I'm Jaden Jefferson, and on this week's Around T-Town, I'm checking out El Corazon de Mexico here in Toledo, and I'm right now joined by Elena Hernandez, who is the director and founder. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thanks for coming out and seeing us.
So just tell me about the program and how it got started.
Right, so I started this group when I was 15. We started out with 9 dancers. We now have over 74 active members in the group, and we dance all over Ohio in the area. We've danced in California, we've danced in Florida, and we do dances from the various states of Mexico. So Mexico is like the United States. There's 31 states, 1 federal district, and each state has its own style of music, its own style of dance, and its own style of costume.
And the cool part here is I knew that you had some older kids, but here the group we have is a lot younger. And so just kind of talk about having older and younger kids be a part of this and just as engaged.
Oh yeah, so we start our kids off at 6 years old and they go into young adult, and we have it broken down into 3 different groups. So we have our younger group, we have our junior group, and we have our older group. So then that way they're learning with their peers. Depending on where we're dancing at, they might only take the older dancers out when we're traveling and things like that. But it definitely is a youth group. So even my young adults are kids who danced with me when they were children.
And kind of speak to the importance of representing culture, because in this community in Toledo, we're lucky to have so much different culture. And so what's the benefit of being able to represent that at different events and just being able to practice that as well?
So one of the things that's really cool about the dance group is that all of our dancers are different generation. So they might be first generation Mexican American, they might be second generation, they might be third, but they get to celebrate their culture together. So they don't have to feel weird, they don't have to feel like they don't fit in, because we've created a community where everybody's accepted. And so some people and their families, they may speak Spanish, some of them don't. Some of them may celebrate certain holidays and some of them don't. But then together they get to celebrate those things so that they can feel like they're normal and they're part of a bigger community. And it's also really important, one of the ways that we break stereotypes is that we show the community part of our art and our culture, right? So when we go out to these performances, you can see our kids that are here. We're all different shades, we're all different sizes, and when people see us when they're out, they see our kids and they see their own kids. And it makes it a lot less scary when you're thinking about a different kind of culture. So you can't hate somebody when you can see your own children inside them.
Especially when you also have different shades of color as well over here with the outfits. So kind of speak to the outfitting as well.
So like I said before, each state has its own style of music, its own style of dance, and its own style of costume. So all of the costumes are going to look different based on what state they're from. So a lot of the states in the north, they do polkas. They might be ranches, so they have more of that kind of a Western type of feel. Some of the states have rainforests. So the state of Chiapas has big, beautiful embroidered flowers on it. And the state that most people think of is Jalisco. And Jalisco has lots of ribbons, lots of lace, and a ton of material.
And I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. So if people want to have your group perform at maybe a different event that they're having, how can they get in touch with you to have some young performers at their event?
So the easiest way is you can contact us through Facebook with El Corazon de Mexico, or you can visit our website. It's www.elcorazondemexicodance.com, and just give us a call or give us a message, and we'll be more than happy to come out and perform.
Thanks for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you. And that's this week's Around T-Town. I'm Jaden Jefferson.